Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by Featherstone Cabinetry, Harns Furniture, and Sweetwater Spirits and Resorts. Your Blitz starts now.
Week 4 of the Friday Night Blitz is here, and Griffin, the NFL season, it kicked off last night, and what a game that was.
Oh, fantastic game. You couldn't ask for a better primetime game. I mean, Tom Brady, he keeps doing it. He keeps chugging along. But hey, in the meantime, Nate, we had a matchup that we don't see very often.
Yeah, that's right. Wausau East is now playing 8-man football, and they went toe-to-toe with Newman Catholic at Tom Field. And we'll start there tonight. An awesome setting for this game, under the lights. And on the opening drive for the Cardinals, Connor Crash is going to fake the keeper and then throw back across the field to his star running back, Thomas Bates. And Bates churning his way down the sidelines. That sets them up inside of Lumberjack territory. And moments later, Crash throwing the quick out to Nathan Clement. He can walk in for the early score. Newman up 7. But the Lumberjacks would get the ball once again. Caleb Mew taking the draw, spins, fights. He claws his way for a first down, but East just could not capitalize. And later on in the quarter, they're back on offense, but whoop! This snap goes way over the quarterback's head, and who's recovering this ball? Newman. That sets the Cards up at the 1-yard line, and just moments later, it's Bates with a convoy in front of him, bulldozes his way in for 6, and Newman gets the better of East by a final of 49-22.
Oh, too many Seinfeld references. Now we're headed north to the Wisconsin and Michigan border. Hurley hosting Ladysmith. First quarter of this one, the North Stars are driving. Derek Rancini takes the handoff. He busts it outside. Eventually, he will be dragged down, but that is enough for the first down. Let's move the chains. A few plays later, 4th down, Hurley's going to pitch it outside to Rancini, and he will waltz into the end zone for the first score of the game. North Stars are up 6. They'd force a Ladysmith punt, and the offense would get right back to work. Carter Hall is a man amongst boys. He is trucking defenders, and then later play action, Aiden Lannon finds Braxton Sabragia wide open, but he's going to cough up the football, but his main man, Ty Gilbertson, falls on top of it for the score. Hurley rolls in this one, winning 61-12. Now it's a Colby for senior night. They're taking on their rival, the Edgar Wildcats. First quarter, Colby quarterback Brett Jeske is going to hand it off, and the running back, Caden Healy's going to find the edge, and he is into the end zone for 6. The extra point would make it 7-0. Second quarter, Colby punting from their own 35, and Edgar's Jordan Bolkelman, they're going to do a little special teams trickery here. Hands it off to Carter Butt, and he's going to beat one defender. He's going up the sideline for a great return, but Edgar could not move the ball in the first half. But Colby, on the other hand, they get it back. Almost halftime, Hornets trying to go up 2 scores, but a miscommunication. That's going to be an Edgar interception. The Wildcats couldn't capitalize, though, and into the second half, the Hornets would turn up the heat. They end up winning 29-14.
And here's a few other games that we didn't get to tonight. In the Merrillwood Conference, Phillips has been red hot, but they can't get it done on the road. They fall to Greenwood by a final of 24-20. And finally, Shiacton and Stratford linked up to battle. Tigers won big 31-6. And Wausau West came into Friday on a roll, but their unbeaten streak, it ends. To Rapids linking the final score in that one, 36-20. All right, Griffin. We're about halfway through the Blitz so far. Any thoughts or concerns?
I feel like me personally could be maybe a more aggressive. You, more Seinfeld references. I'm all for that.
I love that plan, and we'll have more energy, more jokes, and more highlights right after the break. All right, Griffin, we got to talk about the Great Northern Conference. It's been a really weird start to the season for last year's champion, the Medford Raiders.
Yeah, they started off the season 0-2, but let's remember they lost to 2 very good opponents, yes. Rice Lake and Amherst. The Raiders, though, are 1-0 in the GNC after last week's win against Ashland, looking to win another game against Lakeland Union. Third quarter, Medford's only up 4, but the Thunderbirds couldn't stop this Wildcat look from the Raiders. Aiden Gardner takes this one outside. He battles for the first down. And then a few plays later, it's Gardner taking one off from the quarterback, follows his blockers, and he is into the end zone for 6. Gardner had a huge day. He ran the ball 31 times, 352 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And like I mentioned, Lakeland couldn't stop the Wildcat run, but this time they're throwing out of it, and Caleb Gooden is going to catch it for the touchdown. What a play call. Medford wins this one 45-20.
Well, Griffin, this game reminded me of my favorite candy, M&M's. Get it? Because it's Moseny and Merrill. I'm sorry, I had to do it. But let's pick it up in the second quarter. Moseny back to return the punt. Keegan Jerschley fielding the kick and then turns on the afterburners. He has blockers in front of him, and he's taking it all the way down to the Blue Jay 10. And on the very next play, Trevor Garski, he had a record-setting game last week, scans the field and finds Davin Stofill over the middle. That touchdown gives Moseny a 33-0 lead. And then after the Blue Jays muff the kickoff, Moseny going right back to work. Barnes Bunkelman knifing through the defense and in for the touchdown. Moseny rolls big by a final of 46-0. And one more stop with the Great Northern. Rhinelander looking to stay undefeated, hosting Hayward. First quarter, no score, but Rhinelander is driving, and Caden Neary is going to take the handoff, jukes his way past one defender, then slides past a couple of more and scampers 17 yards for the touchdown. And Neary can play a little defense too, because on the next Hurricane possession, facing third down, Neary flying through for the sack, and that would force a punt. And next Rhinelander drive, guess who? Neary taking it 7 yards up the gut, his second touchdown of the game, 14-0 Rhinelander, and the Hodags would pile on in the second quarter. Jackson Smith dropping back and slinging it to a wide open Caleb Olsikis. Rhinelander led 28-0 at the half. They go on to win 41-0.
How about some more area scores? Stevens Point was on the road taking on Hortonville. Spash comes away with the win 28-13. A good game between Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, and Amherst. The Falcons clutch up, though, at home, winning 26-19. And then in Athens, the Blue Jays are still undefeated on the season. They are 3-0 after beating Almond Bancroft 64-8. And that concludes week 4 of the high school football season. It's crazy how fast we're moving.
Yeah, I mean, we've almost hit the halfway point of the season, but hey, the Packers, they're just starting their quest for another Lombardi trophy this weekend.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game. We'll have all the highlights right here on Newswatch 12, so make sure to stick in with us over the weekend. Post-game, highlights, everything will be
We got it all. We've got it all. But for the meantime, I'm Nate Myhock. That's Griffin Stroin. Have a great night.